Good Monday morning. Well, waking up to some wet conditions after some heavier rain arrived to the area overnight last night, the heaviest being between 1 and 2 a.m. just about. So if you weren't awake during that time period, you probably missed out on the heaviest of the rain. But again, conditions are wet on those roadways even currently. So at just about 7:40 a.m. and we're seeing some heavier showers. They've moved north, headed towards San Jose, and seeing some showers down near King City, near the Pinnacles as well. But that rain band that hit us overnight, that has since moved further east toward the Fresno area, or already kind of past that area. Here's a live look from Monterey this morning. Domenico's on the wharf. Again, hit pretty hard by some rain overnight, but things are quite tranquil out there currently. But don't be fooled, because we are expecting more rain, even thunderstorms into this afternoon. So we are under this marine weather statement today for all of those coastal waters, including Monterey Bay, because this afternoon we are expecting some heavy rain, so that will make for reduced visibility conditions out over the water. We're also expecting some gale force winds, so that means very rough seas out there, and we do even have the potential of some lightning strikes out over the water. And finally, we could even see some water spouts. So needless to say, not the best day to go boating out there, but this isn't our only weather alert in effect today. We also have a flash flood watch in effect. This is highlighting in green really most of Monterey County here, but the main areas of concern are going to be those two burn scars. So this is the Colorado fire burn scar and the Dolan fire burn scar that you see there, both outlined in red. The concern here is that if we get one of those isolated thunderstorms here in those areas, that could cause some pretty substantial debris flows and maybe even some minor flooding in the areas of those burn scars. And elsewhere where that is shaded in green in Monterey County, we could see some minor flooding in kind of low-lying areas, but for the most part, the primary areas of concern under this flash flood watch are those two burn scars, the Colorado fire burn scar and the Dolan fire burn scar. So my suggestion to you is to just avoid Highway 1, especially in the greater Big Sur area. That's going to be a trouble spot today. Those roads are already wet. They're going to become even wetter this afternoon, so you can avoid that area to avoid some hazardous travel conditions. Again, because we've already seen about 2 inches of rain in the Big Sur area. We can take a look at our totals so far. Again, about 2 inches in Big Sur so far. A little bit over a ½ inch here in Salinas, and just under an inch for places like Watsonville and Santa Cruz. And again, we're not done just yet. We have more on the way this afternoon, and here's what that's going to look like. Starting about 11 a.m., we're starting to see some heavy cells come through, and we're going to see more of those cells really into this afternoon. But this first kind of stronger wave that Futurecast is showing stretches all the way past the Salinas Valley, east of the Salinas Valley, that is, all the way toward the Big Sur coastline. So Big Sur is going to get hit by a lot of rain this afternoon, hence why we are concerned about those two burn scars. But like I said, we're looking at a lot of cells coming our way this afternoon, and within those cells, that's where you can expect to see some isolated downpours, some small hail. Keep in mind, we've had small hail with the past couple of systems that we've had here on the Central Coast, and this is the strongest system that we've had really so far this year. So certainly expecting a little bit of small hail from a couple of these cells, and we're even going to see maybe a couple of isolated lightning strikes. So things definitely will get interesting this afternoon. And then after dark, 9 p.m. on Futurecast, showing things still pretty overcast, and I think that will stay that way overnight. But after dark, I do think that we should be done with the rain at that point. And tomorrow, partly cloudy skies, but again, mainly focused on today, as it will be a very active day. But in terms of temperature, it's kind of on the cooler side, low 60s for much of the area. Some of us don't even make it out of the 50s, 59 for Monterey, 58 in Boulder Creek, 57 for the Pinnacles. And as for the next 7 days, today should be the most active day, but we are expecting windy conditions to kind of persist all the way through Friday with that gusty onshore flow. And coastal areas, as you can see here, don't really make it much out of the 60s for the duration of this week, while for inland areas, it'll be sort of a slow warm up for you. You'll start to see more sunshine tomorrow, and then you should be back up into the 70s as early as Thursday, and expecting more sunshine and warmth this weekend. Have a great day.